Hello, and welcome back to Sachi Studio, your cozy corner of the internet where home design dreams bloom into reality. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most heartwarming and enchanting concepts in home design, the romantic tiny cottage. A home that feels like it was plucked from the pages of a classic novel, charming, cozy, and filled with fairy tale magic. So, settle in with a warm drink, and let your imagination guide you through this dreamy design journey. The most beautiful tiny cottage. Romantic pastels, blooming flowers, and total fairy tale vibes. Let us begin with the exterior of this romantic tiny cottage, the very first impression, and one that captures the heart instantly. The walls are gently clad in white painted or pastel-toned wood siding, think muted blush, duck egg blue, or the softest sage green. These hues bring not only a sense of warmth but also a timeless charm that feels nostalgic yet fresh. Large windows adorn the facade, letting in golden light and opening up the small interior to the vast beauty of the outdoors. Each window is framed in crisp white trim, with delicate lace curtains just peeking through from the inside. The door, perhaps the softest shade of lavender or dusty rose, is the heart of the entrance. It beckons you in with a gentle, quiet welcome, much like the cover of a beloved old book. Now, step up onto the porch, a small yet inviting space that wraps you in comfort before you even step inside. On either side of the front door, whitewashed wooden chairs await. The cushions are plump and cozy, covered in vintage floral fabrics, roses, violets, and green trailing leaves. Above, lanterns hang from rustic hooks, their glow soft and flickering as the sun sets. These lanterns, either solar or candlelit, add a romantic warmth that's best enjoyed during golden hour or beneath the stars. Twisting their way up the porch posts are delicate green vines, some blooming with morning glories or sweet peas in the spring and summer. They add a layer of softness, like nature wrapping her arms around the home. And just beyond the porch lies the garden, a true reflection of the English cottage style. Enclosed by a quaint white picket fence, the flower beds burst with romance and color. Roses bloom in soft pinks and creams, their fragrance drifting through the air. Lavender lines the walkway, adding both visual interest and a calming scent, while hydrangeas offer a lush, voluminous texture, their blues and purples changing with the soil, like little mood rings in the garden. The path to the door is made of stepping stones or old bricks, slightly uneven, telling a story of age and care. Each stone may even be flanked with creeping thyme or moss, giving a sense of wild elegance. Above the door is a beautifully crafted archway, hand-built from timber and painted to match the trim. It's covered in climbing plants, perhaps romantic Old English roses with their rich, layered petals, or even grapevines for a more rustic touch. This element transforms the entrance into a magical threshold, a portal between the mundane and the enchanting. Now, let's take a moment to talk about the overall appeal of this romantic tiny cottage. This isn't just about design, it's about a feeling, a memory, an emotion. It's the whisper of wind through garden trees, the creak of a well-loved wooden chair on the porch, the warmth of morning light spilling through antique lace curtains. It's the sound of birds in the morning, the scent of fresh blooms outside your window, the quiet joy of living in harmony with nature, even in a tiny space. The romantic tiny cottage is perfect for those who dream of simplicity, yet crave the poetic, for those who collect vintage books, bake from scratch, or pause to admire the way light filters through petals. It's a space that doesn't just house you, it nourishes you. Despite its compact size, the layout is thoughtful. Storage is clever and hidden. Nooks and corners are embraced rather than concealed. Everything is intentional, and everything feels like a chapter in a personal love story. This design leans heavily into nostalgic beauty, weathered finishes, delicate colors, and a gentle aesthetic that feels suspended in time. It's a home that could be nestled on the edge of a forest, by a lake, or in the middle of a flower field, but even if it's in a suburban backyard or on an urban lot, it brings with it the charm of a countryside dream. And what's beautiful is that anyone can take inspiration from this. You don't need a full cottage to bring in these elements. A pastel painted door. A few floral pillows on your porch. A climbing vine over an arch. Every little detail brings you closer to that romantic, whimsical feel. You can even recreate the cottage garden in containers, mixing roses with herbs like rosemary and thyme, or adding hydrangeas to shaded pots. Light a lantern in the evening, brew a cup of tea, and read your favorite storybook while the world outside slows down. This tiny cottage invites not just comfort but creativity. It's a canvas for your lifestyle, one where quiet moments are treasured and where beauty is tucked into every corner. It is romantic, not an extravagance, but an intimacy. And perhaps the most magical part. This style doesn't age, it matures. Just like a story you return to again and again. It weathers, it settles, it lives with you. The vines grow thicker. The porch chair creaks a little more. The roses climb higher. The romance deepens. Thank you so much for joining us today on Sachi Studio as we explored the romantic tiny cottage, a space where design and heart intertwine. If this dreamy little home stirred your imagination, let us know in the comments how you would make it your own. Would you add fairy lights? A rose-covered trellis? A secret garden path? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another cozy design journey. Until next time, may your days be filled with beauty, warmth, and a touch of fairy tale charm. See you in the next video.